Allow the children to have the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get it higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But Dangote say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego the politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. My egun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo.
Hello there.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun Live. Happy New Year to all of you. You are welcome to the Temple of Truth 2024. Thank you very much for joining me in the first broadcast. The first day of the first month of the year 2024. It should be special. Share the broadcast. New year to all of you. To all of us who make up. Those of us who survived 2023. If you are watching me live right now, that means you survived 2023 of Bukwari and Tinubu. So, congratulations. Happy New Year.
You too. And yes, right. And yes, right.
2023.
Ìjọ ìgbádùn yẹn.
A lot of you will never forget that in a hurry. Read the caption of the broadcast as usual. Read the description as well. Share the broadcast and pay your offering. If Tinubu gave a New Year broadcast, I'm sorry, you would have to watch that tonight. To the new brethren who joined the temple, thank you. So, good morning to you once again, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us from. Happy New Year to all of us. I don't think there is still any of us in 2023 as we speak. I think everyone is now in 2024. So the brethren who just joined this platform maybe a few days ago or a few weeks ago, listen, this is the platform that will tell you the truth about what is going on in Nigeria. Now, what you make of that truth or that information is completely yours. So the ritual is from the beginning of the broadcast, which is mostly streamed live. So that means we use the first 10, 15 minutes to get ourselves into the program by waiting for others who are going to possibly be joining late. So if you are never watching this broadcast live, the ideal thing is when you are watching a replay, just fast forward all those musical parts. It is part of how we start the temple every now and then. So I have seen people who still kind of complain of, like the music is too long. The music itself is part of the message you came here to listen to. Do you understand? If you listen to the music, the Yoruba version or the English version, you can easily, kind of get the message of what you are about to delve into. So we appreciate all our new members. We appreciate all the veterans. We appreciate those who have become, if this happened to be a church, there will be deacons and deaconesses. I mean, there will be high chief and, I call them veterans. The people who have been supporting Mayegun, you are too many, too numerous to mention. So I appreciate all of the support for 2023. And I hope I will live up to expectation in 2024 that will make me to continue deserving of your unconditional support. When you join Mayegun's Diary Political, you are joining because you want to know what is going on in Nigeria. You want to understand why Nigeria that you see today is what it is. How? So that when people try to play on your intelligence, for example, when you begin to understand Nigeria and the criminals running Nigeria, you are automatically going to get upset, angry. You will never know the truth about Nigeria and never get upset or angry. You will naturally get angry. Now, getting angry means you would react expectedly when you know something is not right and people are fooling around, and all this fooling around actually involves lives and it affects lives in a very negative ways. So you get angry. So getting angry means you would express yourself. And because the criminals running Nigeria believed that they have succeeded in conditioning people into a certain kind of a social way of thinking, where critical thinking is considered as a threat. Why are you thinking like that? Are you trying to incite the people to start thinking like that? Do you know that if people begin to think like that, what you are just talking about now, you know, they will begin to go after all the leaders? Oh, are you trying to make the people go after the leaders that are making their lives hell? So you get gaslighted. In most cases, they quickly accuse you of being unpatriotic. Are you listening? I mean, are you following? Yeah. The reason why you are Mayegun's diary political is what I'm actually giving you the background of now. You will never know the truth about Nigeria and not get angry. You will be angry. It doesn't matter where you come from. You will be angry. And when you are angry, they don't want you to be angry that way. Because if you are that angry, one day you may take that anger out and effect the change you want yourselves. And that is considered incitement. So they would rather you pray for Nigeria. They would rather you believe the lie they tell you. Okay? Don't question it. Just kind of believe. Why do you like problem? Why do you like trouble? They said they will do electricity. Let us just wait. They said they will end their terrorism. At least they have said they will do it. Why can't we just give them time and wait? That is called social conditioning. They spend a lot of money in trying to socially condition 200 million people, despite the physical evidence ruins they've brought upon the country. So on Mayegun's diary political, it is a place where, number one, you are going to be 100% sure that nothing is wrong with you. No matter what they have told you or what you personally have seen about Nigeria, many of them that you can't really put into words. To the point that you are beginning to feel like, are you the one that have problem? This country is just, God, why? What is wrong with this country? Mayegun's diary political is a place to give you clarity. That is where you are going to know that your anger is valid, your rage is legit, and nothing is wrong with you, even if they are doing everything to make you believe that something is wrong with you. Look around you. Nothing is wrong with you. The criminals running the system, the way they are running the system, they want you to believe that this is the best you can get. And you should be thankful that you are even getting this from them. Meanwhile, it is the worst that they can give. So that is why when they try to accuse you of being unpatriotic, you can easily tell that that is not true. They are gaslighting you because you are rejecting the destruction they've brought upon Nigeria. You are refusing to accept the abnormalities that they want you to normalize. They are gaslighting you. So that is not unpatriotic. In fact, if you have to put that into the real context, it is patriotism not to accept the mediocrity and the criminality that these criminals are foisting on every one of us. Because the only people that are unpatriotic here are the people who have the opportunity to make the lives of the people better, but they choose to make the life hell for everyone by asking you to endure while you watch them brittle away your common patrimony. So on Mayegun's diary political again is a place where you can at least find people like you who have also discovered the deceits And somehow, they believe the status quo cannot continue. Exactly. So nothing is wrong with you. The criminals who are looting Nigeria, the criminals who are impoverishing Nigeria, the rogues and the terrorists who are funding terrorism in Nigeria, the judicial system that continue to help the criminals who have carried out a state capture that you are currently witnessing in Nigeria, all of these people are the unpatriotic elements who have chosen self-aggrandizement over national progress. So those are the unpatriotic people that are now using every instrumentality of the law of their criminal system, right, to hunt down everyone that they suspect could indeed trigger a never seen before revolution that would be out of their control. They are worried about this. So how much would they spend more on trying to kind of subdue people when platforms like Mayegun's Diary Political, if we don't exist? Again, consider that as my TED talk, mostly for those of you who just recently joined us. Tinubu released a pre-recorded video, and he called it Addressing the Nation. And in there, he praised himself. This is what they do, okay? All of you know what Nigeria has become right now, especially in your individual life. Abi, you do know, our guy is currently praising himself. Whoever wrote that for him, they said, if Tinubu hadn't, it's not the one in charge of Nigeria, you probably would be worse off now. Praised himself in the area of security, just like Bokuwari did throughout the 8 years when over 62,000 people were killed in northern Nigeria. So I'm sorry if it's going to be like a boring start, yeah? But we will start from here. Koolu this morning in a recorded broadcast. Had this.
To welcome each and every one of you, young and old, to this brand new year 2024. We must lift up our hand to Almighty God in gratitude for His grace and benevolence to our country and our lives in the year 2023 that has just gone by. Though the past year was very challenging one, it was eventful in so many ways. For our country, it was a transition year that saw a peaceful, orderly, and successful transfer of power from one administration to another, marking the yet another remarkable step in our 24 years of unbroken democracy. It was a year you, the gracious people of this blessed nation, entrusted your faith in me with a clear mandate to make our country better, to revamp our economy, restore our security within our borders, revitalize our floundering industrial sector, boost agricultural production, increase national productivity, and set our country on an irreversible path towards national progress that we and future generations will forever be proud of. The task of building a better nation and making sure we have a Nigerian society that cares for all our citizens is the reason I ran to become your president. It was the core of my renewed hope campaign message, on the basis of which you voted me as president. Everything I have done in office, every decision I've taken and every trip I've undertaken outside the shores of our land since I assumed office on 29th May 2023 have been done in the best interest of our country. Over the past 7 months of our administration, I have taken some difficult and yet necessary decisions to save our country from fiscal catastrophe. One of those decisions was the removal of fuel subsidy, which had become an unsustainable financial burden on our country for more than 4 decades. Another was the removal of the chokehold of few people on our foreign exchange system that benefited only the rich and the most powerful among us. Without doubt, these two decisions brought some discomfort to individuals, families, and businesses. I am well aware that for some time now, the conversations and debate have centered on the rising cost of living, high inflation, which is now above 28%, and the unacceptable high underemployment rate. From the boardroom at the broad streets in Lagos to the main streets of Kano and Nembe Creeks in Bayelsa, I hear the groans of Nigerians who work hard every day to provide for themselves and their families. I'm not oblivious of the expressed and sometimes unexpressed frustrations of my fellow citizens. I know for a fact that some of our compatriots are even asking if this is how our administration wants to renew their hope. Their compatriots, take this from me. The time may be rough and tough. However, our spirit must remain unbowed because tough times never last. We are made for this period, never to flinch, never to falter. The socio-economic challenges of today should energize and rekindle our love and faith in the promise of Nigeria. Our current circumstances should make us resolve to work better for the good of our beloved nation. Our situation should make us resolve that this new year, 2024, each and every one of us will commit to be better citizens.
Una the year Ojuwoye Joe Biden. From the boardroom of Bird Street in Lagos to the main street of Kano, I can hear your complaint. Una the year, yeah, kind of, I just felt like, when you look at the American president and the way they kind of talk, you just be like, no matter how old they are, they just kind of have this way of, looking at the teleprompter and you just going to say something because they have good speech writers, The Fashola is the Saleko Barack Obama. So now them, they put all those words together, So again, this was Koolu's speech. And remember, he's reading it, and that's why he's reading it very fast enough, okay? But I wanted to kind of keep picking up what he had to say. Is make the best decision for you, okay? Go on.
Places of work and on the roads. Having laid the groundwork of our economic recovery plans within the last 7 months of year 2023, we are now poised to accelerate the pace of our service delivery across the sectors. Just this past December, during COP28 in Dubai, the German Chancellor, Olaf Scholz, and I agreed and committed to a new deal to speed up the delivery of Siemens energy power project that will ultimately deliver reliable supply of electricity to our homes and businesses under the Presidential Power Initiative, which began in 2018. Other power installation projects to strengthen the reliability of our transmission lines and optimize the integrity of our national grid are ongoing across the country. My administration recognizes that no meaningful economic transformation can happen without steady electricity supply. In year 2024, we are moving a step further in our quest to restart local refinery of petroleum products with Portharcourt refinery and the Dangote refinery, which shall fully come on stream. To ensure constant food supply, security, and affordability, we will step up our plan to cultivate 500,000 hectares of farmland across the country to grow maize, rice, wheat, millet, and other staple crops. We launched the dry season farming with 120,000 of land in Jigawa State last November under our National Wheat Development Program. And this new year, we will race against time to ensure all the fiscal and tax policies reforms we need to put in place are codified and simplified to ensure the business environment does not destroy value. On every foreign trip I have embarked on, my message to investors and other business people has been the same. Nigeria is ready and open for business. I will fight every obstacle that impedes business competitiveness in Nigeria, and I will not hesitate to remove any clog hindering our path to making Nigeria a destination of choice for local and foreign investments. In my 2024 budget presentation to the National Assembly, I listed my administration's 8 priority areas to include national defense and internal security, job creation, macroeconomic stability, investment environment, optimization, human capital development, poverty reduction, and social security. Because we take our development agenda very seriously, our 2024 budget reflects the premium we place on achieving our governance objectives.
Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
Even though we can just, it's like a Koolu reading something that maybe Bajabia, Mole, and few other guys put together and right there, right? So it's primarily, right, promising that they were going to cultivate 500,000 acres of land. And what else do you remember? Oh, yeah. You know, in the area of security, that's the party is about to get into too as well, right? Now, I don't know if you probably know, he kind of also mentioned that they just had an agreement with Siemens in Germany, who are now going to come and help Nigeria to stabilize, yeah? And he also mentioned Dangote refinery, as well as a Portharcourt refinery, the one that they said will probably not even be ready until December 2024. Dangote refinery, the news continued to say, oh, Dangote has received another batch of crude oil. He's been receiving batches of crude oil, but he has not, he has not, refined a single petroleum since but that's just part of the propaganda, because Dangote refinery itself, right? If they kind of get serious and be honest for just straight 2 years with all the money laundering and all of that, yeah, that means in 2 years, Dangote refinery will be kind of ready to begin to refine product. But the fraud is being kind of built up already, okay? Where they will tell you that, oh, Dangote refinery's petroleum is out, but you probably end up knowing that, you know, the same them who gave the licenses of importing petroleum into Nigeria and all those products to the same Dangote, the same people who are going to bring in the product they're going to sell. So they're already telling people that the Portharcourt refinery, Dangote refinery, that they are selling, I mean, they are giving him a crude oil in Naira. All of this would never reduce the price of petroleum in Nigeria. They're already telling you that, and they, we will listen to the other parts before we go to the next thing.
In the presidency to make sure that governance output improves in the living condition of our people. We have set the parameters for evaluation. Within the first quarter of this year, ministers and head of agencies with a future in this administration that I lead will continue to show themselves. Fellow Nigerians, my major ambition in government as a senator in the aborted Third Republic, as governor of Lagos State for 8 years, and now as the president of this blessed country, is to build a fair and equitable society and close the widening inequality gap, while I believe the rich should enjoy their legitimately earned wealth. Our minimum bargain must be that any Nigerian that works hard and diligent enough will have a chance to get ahead in life. I must add that because God didn't create us with equal talents and strengths, I cannot guarantee that we will have equal outcomes when we work hard. But my government, in this new year, 2024, and beyond, we work to give every Nigerian equal opportunity to strive and to thrive. For the new year to yield all its good benefits to us, as individuals and collectively as a people, we must be prepared to play our part. The job of building a prosperous nation is not the job of president. Governors, ministers, lawmakers, and government officials alone. Our destinies are connected as members of this household of Nigeria. Our language, creed, ethnicity, and religious belief, even when they are not same, should never make us work at cross purposes. In this new year, let us resolve that as joint heir to the Nigerian Commonwealth, we will work for the peace, progress, and stability of our country. I extend this call to my political opponents in the last election. Election is over. It is time for all of us to work together for the sake of our country. We must let the light each of us carries, men and women, young and old, shine bright and brighter to illuminate our path to a glorious dawn.
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope. We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
I know listening to him can be really, really annoying, and apart from it being boring, but just because he was reading it, you know, when he's reading like that, it's probably just kind of like echoing what somebody else wanted to say that he himself does not believe in. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, when you now think, he mentioned electricity, even though he didn't mention your student loan, because there's not going to be any loan for you. Remember when I told you that normally to make you feel like, as a parent or as a student, when I said that the student loan was a scam, some of you will think, some of you didn't feel good. To you felt like I was probably happy, or I wanted it to fail. Yeah, that's another way of gaslighting people that I think a lot of you need to drop in 2023. You should not enter this 2024 with that same mentality. When people see through the lies of these criminals, and they express what they see, their lies, don't always push it back and start saying maybe they want them to fail. For example, when I told you that the student loan was scam, a lot of you were looking for different explanations. And I kept saying to you, it's a scam. And at the end of the day, you will realize that it is easier to become the president of Nigeria than to access the student loan that Tinubu is promising you. I did a series on that. I mean, I kind of did some series on that. You could forge your certificate, forge anything, and you can become a president. But to get a student loan, have you seen the conditions? No, you haven't, but you believe them. So when somebody now tells you that it's a scam, to you, that person is the enemy who is wishing the idea to fail, because they are telling you that it's all scam, it's meant to fail, it's absolute nonsense. Well, this is January. They told you January. Like I said, when Tinubu say things they write for him, the people who wrote them don't believe any nonsense they write. Tinubu that is going to read that does not believe any jack shit in it. I mean, in it. But now you, we're supposed to get sense. See through the whole thing. Now you go on, they develop different brain cells. Now you be the genius who believes that because you understand the idea so well, then you wishes that it's going to work. When the people behind it have no plan of anything working. So do not gaslight people. Just like, listen, he mentioned electricity. Abi? Electricity with Siemens of Germany. He took pictures with the German chancellor when he went to Germany. He took picture with him when they met in Dubai. And this, plus since the time he's been there, it's been 7 months. Even if na leg that they take waka from Germany down to Abuja, with the seriousness that Nigeria needs real power. And for somebody who really wants to do something about power, even if na leg that they take waka from Germany right now, they should have reached Abuja 2 weeks ago. With Lego. But since they have pictures, and they told you, 2024, give people the figures, give them numbers. When you said you have budgets, that simply means you have some numbers. Okay? Like when he said they invested in 120,000 acres of land in Jigawa to grow maize. That's something I just dropped there, right? So there is no number to back that up. There's nothing else to back it up. Just 120,000 farms in Jigawa. How much? Where in Jigawa? What are the evidence? What are the numbers? What are, things to say, oh, that's what we are doing. And we are trying to remodel that here. But he just dropped it. We have 120,000 acres of land to grow maize in Jigawa. We started in November. So an Okpono person that they know they are talking to, who believe them that because somebody said, just because Koolu read that, yeah, it must be true. Then when it is time for them to harvest the maize from 120,000 acres of land in Jigawa, you realize that there is not even 100 acres of maize in Jigawa. But Tinubu told them there's 120,000. Do you understand? So this is where people like us come in and say, that's a lie, because there's nothing to back it up. By the time you are going to see further, their money has been released for all of that, the money is gone. Because the intention is actually not, somebody wrote that, put that in this and that, you know. So if you submitted the budget, if I'm writing a budget for 2024 right now, I'm going to tell you how much I want to spend on studio equipment improvements. So for somebody like me, this is my own my own business, which means if I have to budget for everything, I know what is going into what and why. Somebody who wrote supposedly wrote a budget, and he wants to give you hope. There is this guy, Sonny Shehu. He's a former senator. This guy from Kaduna, Shehu Sonny Sonny Shehu. It was like when you listen to Tinubu's New Year speech, it is like herbalist, like an herbalist who is giving hope to a terminally ill person. Here you get the person who is terminally ill knows that now this thing will finally kill him. Here you get. Then the herbalist is there telling you things to mesmerize you, to make you feel like, don't worry. Do you have faith? Do you have faith that? And you'll be like, okay, all right. So, however you want them to carry you, that's exactly what Tinubu did there, right? Because when you go and look at their budget, that should actually show that they want to do something different. Are you with me? When you go and look at the budget, Abi, you want them to do something different from what Bokuwari did. It is not what he says, it is what they are doing. You are going to borrow money to fund your budget. You want to borrow over 80% of the money to fund the budget, but 75% of the budget is for recurrent expenditures, money for their own lifestyles, salaries, and all those stuff. Not money that goes into the economy, like genuinely. And they want to borrow money for that. Devalue their currencies more. Their currency more. Make life even harder and tougher for the people more. With the promise that, oh, don't worry. After this, everything will be fine again. But guess what? They want to, they already dip you there. Here you get. But they want to dip you further in it with the expectation that, oh, let's dip you inside fire just for a few minutes and see if it's going to burn you or it's not going to burn you. And maybe if it burns you, like, maybe it's just going to refine you too. Because after that, you are going to be okay and very lovely and beautiful. They are saying it, we will do this. We will like, yeah. But when you now look at where to show that they want to do what they say they are going to do, it is so much, it is a far contrast, contrasty from what they are saying. They increased their budget from 27.5 trillion to 28.78 trillion. And guess where the chunk of the extra money goes into? The National Assembly the National Assembly increased their own budget by 70%. From 244 billion to almost 600 billion naira for the House of National Assembly. They want to build a new library. They want to build new gates. They increase the money for the judges. Judges also got about a 100% increase. Country we no get money. Tinubu says he will take care of them like he did in Lagos. Back in Lagos, as Tinubu was giving judges bag of money, he was also giving them choice lands, properties all over the place. What do you want? I'll make you comfortable. Now is the Escobats in Abuja. In your budget, they will give your judges nearly 500 billion too. And just in the supplementary budget, you remember the 2-point-something trillion that they went to go and borrow. They said they will share 800 billion and give to you. At the end of the day, National Assembly collected over 250 billion from it. From borrowed money, they bought themselves cars. They bought themselves other things that they needed from that money. Now, in this new one, like, Baba, the judges in that last time, they collected over 49 billion. That's how much Koolu gave them from the borrowed money last year. Now, this year, the judges are collecting over 500 billion too from Tinubu from borrowed money, the one that they are going to devalue the naira for. So if they say we need to endure, you need to ensure, and all of that nonsense. So these guys, they kind of have a conversation around it inside the Arise studio. That's another platform that you can also rely upon or rely on in this 2024, because this is going to be the time that Tinubu is going to consolidate the full state capture. Some of these people will either be chased to exile or arrested. This is the year that you are going to know if Nigerians indeed have been conquered and they can never stand up against these guys. I told you, this is going to be that year. Well, this is how they see it. Agbati and the rest inside, inside Arise after the broadcast. Listen to this.
People say it was low on detail, but the question people also ask is, it's not a policy speech, it's just a new year, feel-good speech and all of that. But I feel they missed some critical points. I also hit the nail on some critical points. And only time will tell if this resonates with a lot of people. All right.
Well, what time will tell, that is very clear as of this morning, is that the speech delivered this morning by the president is dated. It is too obvious that that speech was recorded before the president came to Lagos, because the speech is not contemporaneous enough. And that, I think, is in itself, a scandal. It shows gross indolence on the part of those people who manage the president. And I speak as a person who had gone through this process before. Now, you could see from that delivery that since the speech was recorded in Abuja, I imagine, that there have been developments in the country. A major development will be the killings on the Plateau. That was conspicuously absent in that speech. I said, well, the president maybe did not need to go. They are having sent a very powerful delegation. But to they speak to Nigerians on New Year Day and not reflect his awareness and understanding of the killings on the Plateau, and considering the fact that only yesterday, 5 more persons were murdered in Boko's local government area, just shows and confirms how dated that speech is. And I put it down to the indolence of his managers. Because wherever the president is, there's enough facility to update speeches, to change recordings. It's not as if it's a lengthy presentation. They could have updated the speech, do a fresh recording yesterday, and it will have been up to date. The other major omission is that on Saturday, the National Assembly of Nigeria passed the 2024 appropriation bill, although there are many problems with that, as analysts have pointed out, specifically Dr. Dili Shubowale, saying that that budget is dead on arrival, and that the only indications that you could pick out of it as a professional economist is scarcity, uncertainty, and chaos. and that 2024 will be a more difficult year for Nigerians. But the president could have piggybacked on the details of what the Senate did and also addressed that, because that's also something very fresh. But there was no reference to that in that speech. Now, to the details. The president said we voted for him because he promised us renewed hope and that he's working hard at it and is committed to delivering on that. And he said a number of things that are important to him. Food scarcity, to address food scarcity, to address electricity supply, to address the refineries. Would the refineries work? There's no certainty in that regard. And maybe that's the uncertainty that Dele Shoboale is talking about. Now he's talking about food supply. What is the guarantee that you can have food supply if there is still insecurity in the country? The president says in that speech, in fact, that security in the country has improved. Now, how do you say that to Nigerians just less than a week after people were being killed almost on a daily basis in over 58 communities in Plateau? How does that provide a justification for the claim that you make? He said electricity supply. At a time when power generation, power supply, power distribution in Nigeria is in the dark alley of 4,000 megawatts for over 200 million people. So how is that improvement in power supply? The president also talked about his commitment to attracting foreign investment, FDI, at a time within the same week that the National Bureau of Statistics announced to us that capital importation to the country has fallen, and that 27 states of the Federation attracted zero importation of capital. And at a time where we've been told that companies are leaving Nigeria, P&G has left, Jumia may follow, ShopRite is following, other companies like that are leaving Nigeria in droves. Is this contradiction not clear to the president and the drafters of his message?
A town hall different from Blue, Bulaba.
Blue, Bulaba. I told you, like, he didn't believe what he read. You, who is trying to make sense out of it, now you get problem. You see, when somebody says, but let us advise them instead of criticizing them all the time. We should try and advise the government on what to do. This is part of another, this is like another kind of gaslighting. You know, some people believe that this Tinubu and his gang, they don't know what they are doing. So they need their, they need the advice of somebody like Mayegun to now tell them why it is important to invest in real infrastructure, not buying yourself some luxury. So when people tell you, let us try and advise them. In 2023, I remember telling your brethren that people who try to want to be politically correct, who are trying to kind of shut you up from talking, they will tell you that instead of, you should advise them or you should pray for them. I remember telling all of us that when people like that come, when you come across people like that, curse them in your own language. Because the intention is they know that these criminals don't need your advice. They don't need my advice. They know exactly what they are doing. So for those who kind of listen to them and believe in them, expecting all of us to be like them in 2024, I have been told, they said the slogan for 2024 is no grief for anybody. We won't try turn you to mumu to start believing in one Nigeria. Do not accept, do not grieve for anybody. When they try to want to brainwash you, when they want to try to use political correctness or gaslighting to kind of shut you up, No grill, whether old person or young person, whether now your pastor or not, your imam, face them face to face and tell them, speak out your mind, okay? Do not. They want us to shut up, but we want a lot of people to continue to speak out. Like I said, you are looking for the platform that will make you understand why you are angry with Nigeria, where or what is the reason for your anger, like why, and what do you want to do about it. This is the platform for it. So it simply means that your anger is valid. Your rejection of the frauduria is legit. The criminals who wants to condition you into what you don't want to be, they are not giving up. You must not give up. You must not play soft. Oh, God, buff anybody in 2024. Do you understand? Do not grieve for anybody in 2024. Well, let's go a bit further. He's still talking. Here.
They go there to pray to God, to seek the face of God. I mean, I've been part of a presidential convoys at home and abroad when I served in government. The convoy that I saw on that Friday just to go to mosque, I think that was unprecedented. And Lagos being the major political base of the president, you ask the question, what is he afraid of? So when it comes to us on New Year Day, and it says we the people must make sacrifice because the country belongs to all of us, where our leaders showing that this country belongs to all of us, and they themselves are ready to make the necessary sacrifice. The other point that I find disturbing in the president's New Year message, and I hope they won't do it again, by paying attention to necessary details, is that it is full of, again, promises. 7 months after, it is promises. We will step up our plan. We will do this. We hope to do this. We hope to do that. I thought that the standard practice is the imitative declaration of achievements within 100 days. In that whole speech, on New Year Day, 7 months after, I think it's quite disturbing that the president could not point to concrete achievements of what his administration has been able to do. The only thing he pointed out, is neither here nor there. He said we had a successful transition in 2023. Well, he can say that because he's the main beneficiary. I don't think that those who lost out in that process would be saying the same thing. And he says he will fight every obstacle in the way of business commitment. Okay, which obstacles is he going to fight, really? Is it the foreign exchange crisis? Is it the devaluation of the naira? Is it the lack of confidence and trust on the part of the Nigerian people? Is it the creeping pandemic of empty pockets that Nigerians are groaning under? The fact that they couldn't even have access ahead of the festive period to their money trapped in the banks. With banks in Nigeria now, I've never heard it, that banks will say they don't have money. But in Nigeria, this is the reality. Even the banks don't have money. Even the money that...
Many people are in the bank because many people are dying. Everything are doing. Pressure ti wà. Mbazo Yorùbá. Gbogbo nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ ń lù yìí. Pressure ti wà. Èyí gbogbo ṣe sọ. Sẹ́yìn ìlú lé. Fún alówó wa alówó wá sọ wá di lazy youth. Náà sọ wá di lazy youth. Òun ni mo wà ní táìmù yìí tí mi ò lè lọ bí iṣẹ́. Kò sówó.
2022, 2023, wild. 7 months, ladies and gentlemen. Nigeria has attracted 0 foreign direct investment. Can you even believe that? Can you believe that? 7 months. 0. Meaning there is no single new real business that came to Nigeria in the last 7 months. Like, How do you, I mean, what do you think of that? How do you feel about that? Like, do you not just kind of think like, hello, in a moment, like, hello, are you saying there is no foreign direct investment to Nigeria in the last 7 months? Zero? Yes, that's what I said, and it's not me. It is the NBS, National Bureau of Statistics. Tinubu has been to about 8 or 9 countries or 9 foreign trips. He's been to France, he's been to Germany, he's been to India, he's been to Dubai, he's been to Saudi Arabia, he's been to, where else again? He's been to Ghana, he's been to Guinea, he's been to where? Kenya, where again? And all of this is said is probably talking about bringing investors. When they went to New York, where they spent over 1 billion. Anyway, in a trip where they were spending over $1 billion because they are taking Tinubu everywhere, no single dollar investment has been returned to Nigeria in the last 7 months. That's not my fault. You can't blame me for that. You can't say I am happy for that because listen, all of una we deal with them, they hope and listen to them. The ones that believe what they say, you know, they say, you believe what they say. You should be holding them responsible, man. USA, again, US, where they spent 420,000 on hotel. And the National Assembly of Padders, they padded the whole thing again. Money they want to borrow. Boko Haram, can you even believe that too? Boko Haram, they are not just kidnapping and killing people. They were bombing infrastructures. They went to Shiroro in Niger State. They went to Shiroro and they bombed the power line that is bringing power from Kainji, Abina, Shiroro. And Nigeria lost over 400 megawatts of electricity since then. But Koolu is telling people that he's working with Siemens and they are waiting for him. So the National Assembly of Padders, who don't give a damn, just get the money. You are hearing that Emefiole printed 27.4 trillion naira for ways and means, and he gave it to Bukuari and the 36 state governors, senators. They shared the money. Nobody can point to what they used the money. 27.8 trillion naira cash that Emefiole printed in 8 years. Nobody can say where is the money or what they used the money for. Now, 2 days before Bukuari handed over power to Tinubu, the National Assembly of Nigeria, where Gbajabia Moron, was the speaker. Robert Stamplawani was the Senate president. If you remember, 2 days, that was May 27, 2023. They assembled at the National Assembly. And we heard that every senator collected over 100 million naira, while their House of Representative counterparts collected 75 million naira cash provided by the Emefiole Central Bank. Part of printed money, possibly. I know some of you are like, when was that? Don't they give me that? You want them to say you don't forget? Have you forgot that the National Assembly, they have to pass a law that says Emefiole committed no crime. Bukuari did not commit any crime for going ahead to print so much money without the approval of the National Assembly. So you want to tell me you have forgotten that? And you have forgotten the drama where Gbajabia Amole was running away from his fellow members because they said they should give them $15 million. So they gave them $15 million. And $15 million, it was the way they were supposed to share the money. Gbajabia Amole shared about $7 million from the money to the House of Representative members. and he ran away with the rest of the money. You don't forget that. You see? Do you see now? Some of you are sitting down there and be like, no, I didn't remember that too. They collected money to say Emefiole, they printed 27.8 trillion naira cash without the approval of the National Assembly. Bokwari and Emefiole, National Assembly passed the law. They said they did not commit any crime. In fact, they received approval for all the printing money. That's why locking Emefiole up means that all the 360 House of Representative members in 2013, right? 2023, all of the 109 senators, all of them will be arrested. They will be arrested and they will be jailed for collaborating with Emefiole, Bokwari, in fleecing Nigerians 27.8 trillion naira money printed by Emefiole. It's a crime, but National Assembly already endorsed it, they passed it. In the case, if they take Emefiole to court about this money, they know that that's why they won't take him to court per se. And they are not after those who are behind that money. 27.8 trillion naira printed, and nobody knows where the money is. Now, guess what? That has led Nigeria to this hyperinflation, the further destruction of the Nigerian naira. But what is Tinubu doing? Now, you are facing hardship. You are facing all the hardship of, the cost of living, like he mentioned, though. Now, to you, maybe they are doing something that, okay, it's just for the meantime. Here you get, for the meantime, no, they said it's for the meantime. By the time everything they are working on comes to life, all this hardship, it will reduce and it will go away. You are believing that, Abi, but guess what they are doing? It took Bokwari 8 years to print 27.8 trillion naira. And guess what? It took him 3.5 years to print up to 7 trillion naira. Do you know how much Tinubu is currently asking the Central Bank of Nigeria to print for him so that they can fund the 2024 budget? Apart from borrowings, they said revenue. Revenue is to be like the taxes they generate from you in 2024, okay? But now, because they know that a lot of Nigerians are poorer, they are never going to generate real money. So they decided to go. First tranche of Tinubu's money that Tinubu will ask for, 7.3 trillion naira cash, is what Tinubu asked Central Bank to print for him now. And guess what? It's not going to be presented as ways and means. The National Assembly of Akpabiole, Atabasi, the two of them have agreed to give him the waiver and say, yes, by law, Tinubu can print money. So he has gotten that approval now. Central Bank of Nigeria will print 7.3 trillion. This is not money generated from anywhere, just paper printed. And they are going to report it as revenue. Yeah, it's going to be for 2024. They will add it and say, 2024, we generated revenue of 18 trillion. Guess what? They probably will print the entire 18 trillion naira. The same thing that brought Nigeria to where you are now. That some of you are waiting, that you need to sacrifice. You are sacrificing. Abi? Wait. Before we go into that, because they have now signed that budget. No question asked. They have signed it. Tinubu has signed it. And a lot of you are waiting for what? Nigeria to change and things to begin to get better. Oh my shit. I won't go back to that Arise studio. This lady.
New Year's speech by Mr. President, unfortunately, was quite lightweight. And the reason I've said that this morning is because the mandate on which the president ran and which he's continued as a mantra in his administration is that of renewed hope. And more than ever in Nigeria currently, the people need hope. In fact, one of the reasons why people still wake up and move around is because there's a glimmer of hope that things will be better, and the trust is on the leaders to ensure that things actually are better. And the responsibility of a leader is to deal in hope, is to sell hope, even beyond having the mantra of renewed hope. And therefore you'd imagine or expect that the president, who has chanted a number of times the Renewed Hope Initiative, the Renewed Hope Agenda, would come with a trailer load of hope for the people of Nigeria who are in dire need of it currently. Unfortunately, the about 13 minutes you watched a few minutes ago didn't quite project that hope for Nigerians. In fact, the number of people would have expected, and maybe I would center on that, what would have liked to hear this morning on New Year's Day. Nigerians are feeling despondent. The president himself acknowledged that inflation is at over 28% currently in the country. There's, the removal of fuel subsidy has put on a tough hardship on the people in the last few months. It is his first time to address the nation, the beginning of the year when people have left the old and there's renewed sense of, okay, this is a new year, it's time to get things right, perhaps things will be better. And so we expected to see that or hear that a bit more in his speech. The only thing he did in that speech was, yes, acknowledge the fact that people had faced hardship. He had to make necessary decisions, policy changes that he acknowledged had affected Nigerians. But what we wanted to hear from our president was what was going to be good for Nigerians in the year 2024. Aside just touching very lightly, I must say, in light of recent events, and like Dr. Bati had mentioned, perhaps now we understand why this was so. On security matters, which is the first on his 8-point agenda, even the previous president, as criticized as he was with his reaction or perhaps disposition to addressing very difficult times in the nation, acknowledged at different times during his New Year speeches about the deaths of those or people we had lost the previous year, and acknowledgement of people who didn't make it to the new year. And following the loss of lives in the last few months, one would have thought the president would have, in showing empathy, in showing leadership, have started on that note to acknowledge the fact that things, when it comes to security, while still a work in progress, would acknowledge the sacrifices of people who had to pay the ultimate price. And I think it was also an opportunity to speak to the military as well, because
the more you look, the less you see. The more you look, the less you see.
Because Tinubu is selling hope, a snake venom merchant. Tinubu, Mr. Hope Seller, in Plateau State, where people expected that at least this one is different from Bokwari, the one that is completely insensitive and all that, but there is no difference. So the insecurity in the Middle Belt part of Nigeria is none of Tinubu's business. Okay? Even when they try to put up different shows, we have sent the chief of so and so. We have sent the delegate, the powerful delegate, this or that. All that nonsense. The bottom line is this. There is no intention, okay, to end the terrorism. So everything else you see is just like the normal photo op. So if you have to tell Tinubu to go to that region and empathize with them and give them like proper share, you get just like that of Bokwari too. It won't, because it doesn't care. Nobody, it doesn't give a damn. And when you see people who don't give a damn about what happened to you, asking you to sacrifice, what they're asking is that they just die. Just die, Jerry, stop complaining. You need to sacrifice. What else would you need to sacrifice to show to them that you are a patriotic Nigerian? Just die. That's what they mean. Now, let me take you straight inside the Ass Old Rock Villa. The Ass Old Rock Villa, where they were signing the future and destiny of so many of you away. Look at it. It's not me in Jesus' name. It's not my destiny. I know. It won't be. It's all right. It won't be. When you learn to take your destiny into your own hands. All right? But you know something? What they are doing is, what they did inside that place that you're about to watch now, it will affect everyone. And this is day one. Look at it. Signing your padded 2024 budget. That's it. Every one of them knows what is going to be their own cut from it. Did you see Yayi Adiola? Yayi. That one is with the Finance Senate Committee on Finance. The guy is a multi-billionaire. He has no real job. He's been a politician since 1999. And he holds everything he is today to Tinubu. He is the one they are grooming to take over from a dubious Dapo in 2027. Now, Adiola being there, being fingered in the previous budget padding, it is their turn. I want look on. Meanwhile, Tinubu this time, I don't think they gave him script here. But the moment you think is beginning to go off, this is Tinubu now talking about the budget. All right. And I need to warn you. Okay. I don't want you to listen to, I don't want you to look forward to listening to him, thinking he's going to say something sensible that could upset you. It's not going to say anything sensible per se. But this is the man that is giving them hope. If this man is the one that is giving you hope as the leader of your country, tell me how hopeful you are going to be after this few minutes. Tell me in the comments. Tell me how hopeful, how inspired you are as a Nigerian to be listening to a man who just signed whatever is inside that 28.78 trillion naira. And then he wants to talk to the people who he said he's signing it for, right? Tell me the inspiration you pick from this. I want to learn.
Every one of us. And I wish you a very prosperous one. It is a promising year for people to even be able to gather, put their energy in place, their thought in place, in the national interests of this country. Today, the first holiday on the calendar. Thank you very much. I want to say, when I presented the budget on the 29th of November 2023, I presented 27.5 and left room. And I called for expeditious, treatment of the budget, the review, the passing, the debate, and all of that. Today we have a budget of 28.7 trillion naira, with an increase of 1.2 trillion naira over the proposal that I submitted. I thank the National Assembly for this prompt review, adjustment, and what they deem necessary. This is an evidence and a great testament to the excellent relationship between the executive and the legislature. We should keep it up. In my address then, I remarked that the budget is a budget of renewed hope. It's anchored on reducing the deficit and increasing capital expenditure, particularly in our priority areas. The approved 2024 budget that we just approved now achieve both objectives.
it contains a good increase in the capital side, a reduction in recurrent expenditure, and it brought down the deficit from 6.11%.
Nuisance leleyi. Nuisance leleyi.
Baba nuisance. But that is the renewed hope. I brought 27.5 trillion, and they brought back 28.7 trillion. This is to show that the relationship between the National Assembly and the executive. Man, I kind of wish I have the power. I mean, I have power, right, to be able to show, the future to people. Like, close your eyes here, everybody. Let me show you what it's going to be like. So that was Koolu, giving his thanks to the hawks, the hyenas, the jackals that are going to feast on Nigerians. Like, man, there is no tomorrow. Could you see there that they are all united in the project? Finish them. Finish them. Poo. Finish them. Finish him. That's exactly what these guys represent. You will see Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Fulani, Ijo, Berom, Jukun, Ishekiri, Ibibio, and you will see everybody in there. Now all of them, they feast. It is just the feasting at a different category up there. The rogues are united. I mean, whatever is going to be the extra share of theirs from that padded budget, there's none of them that's going to reject. You will never hear from anyone, whether it's Hausa or Igbo, Yoruba, or a Christian, Muslim, or Northern or Southern, it doesn't matter. You will never see any of them reject any of those national cake, they call it. It's talking about deficit minus. Come on, man. You're going to print money, and then it's going to be used to buy, to fund their luxury life and all that. And then they're going to borrow money as well to pretend that they want to invest in infrastructure that they won't per se or complete or have the intention of completing, right? And then they will make you believe that you just need to be patient. You are just so much in a hurry. That's why you are complaining. It's just 7 months. There's nothing wrong if we have not attracted investors. Hang on. They are coming. There's nothing wrong if you can't see the work we are doing to stop insecurity and stop terrorism. You will still see it. Relax. It is true that people are hungry, but you don't understand. There is so much work we are doing behind the scene. Very soon, you are not going to be hungry again. Come on. And that's why they said you can use propaganda to gain power. You are never going to succeed in using propaganda in staying in that power. You would have to do something. In the case of these rogues, they have nothing they want to do. They are picking dates. They are going to lift a certain number of people out of poverty. There is no plan for that. They're going to dip more of you inside that poverty. A lot of you would have to find your way. Let's use the concluding part because the situation now don't enter Z. Pastor Adeboye came out again and he said, things are going to get worse first before they get better. And people are now asking, So things are still going to get worse than this. It's going to get worse. How worse? Very worse. What does that mean? Well, what do you mean, sir? Then it's going to get better. It's going to then get better. It's going to get better. That is from Pastor Adeboye. Bishop Oyedepo. That one didn't tell anybody whether that one just told everybody that you need to be stronger in spirit too in 2024. That one didn't tell people what is really coming. He just told them that you have to make sure that in 2024, you work on your spirituality. If you want to survive what is coming this year, you need to work on your spirituality and be very strong. I don't even know what that means. I don't. I believe those people who are religious, they understand what it means, right? Everybody is now saying that people should dirao, dirao, and all of. Anyway, hang on. This is the concluding part, and before we go to another thing.
All other detail we mentioned future. I cannot, however, conclude my remark without going that a budget is only as good as its implementation. We will implement it. I want to assure the Nigerians that all the MDAs and our teams have been warned. That's why we even take our time to separate economic planning from finance. MDAs must have regular report of the budgetary performance in the area that we put in place to help ordinary Nigerians. The goal is to promote efficiency, dedication, and accountability. If you cannot do that, you may have to leave us to do the job on your behalf. Signing the Appropriation Act today is a great honor because to me as a politician and head of state, there is no holiday when I was campaigning for this job. I made a pledge that I will commit myself fully, and I thank the team members, particularly Obi and Atiku, Dangote, the National Assembly leadership, all of you, who I know what today means to everybody. And weeks before today, when I brought the budget, is like, can we meet the 1st of January? Can we meet the end of December? All in question marks. You deliver sincerely.
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
I know. I told you, sometimes I kind of like to remind the Lagos Abobakus, okay, the Oshogbo Alimajiris. I kind of like to remind them that they shouldn't feel comfortable on Mayegu's diary political. What is the point that you are seated there and I didn't get you angry? Like I should annoy you. Like that should be normal thing, naturally. Like, just get you angry there. How can you call somebody old enough to be your father nuisance? I mean, we need to. I have many like you. And that is why we keep that there. To remind all of you how many of you are believing in nuisance. Because you don't know that nuisance also grow old. Just like the foolish people. Foolish people also grow old. So that somebody is foolish now, when they are younger, then they grow old. they are still foolish. So does that mean that they will stop being foolish? And you then start respecting foolish people because they are older. Criminals also grow old. Somebody who has been a criminal all his life when he was younger. So that is now a grown old criminal. Does that then mean that we should begin to now respect criminals? Is that what they taught you in your own household? Is that how they conditioned you? We need to respect elderly people. Of course, that's a very good thing. We must respect elderly people who have earned, their life experiences and all of that shows that they are elders or they are like older people. But because foolish person grow old, criminal grow old, they will come talk say, respect the older people. So when you see criminals, when you see nuisance, right? So if you are a Lagos Abobaku, if you are a bastard or a Baptist idiot, so once in a while, it's always good to make you sad wherever you are watching me. I don't like you, and you don't like me too. Let's be honest. Let us not pretend. This is 2024. Sure you get. We need to kind of respect my shekpe for you. Sure you get bala bere love and kissy. At least, brethren, since you don't know Mayegun, have you ever seen I love you too between me and the Buhari idiot, Bat idiot, Bat study? Have you ever seen any love lost between us? Have I ever said I love you to them? Have you ever heard them say I love you too? They don't like me, I don't like them. So when you come on Mayegun's diary political like that, sometimes I just kind of need to get you angry, like annoy you, right? I know that's the word, annoy you. That Mayegun, that one is not necessary now. You should not have put that one and say it's a nuisance. This man is an old man. Somebody is angry. Unfortunately, I can only read you and read your anger. There's nothing else you can do. Now you are laughing. You think it's funny? Other people are laughing. You too are laughing. People are laughing because I'm talking about Tinubu and you wearies that spend your time to defend them and continue to sort of either gaslight the people or try to kind of mislead the people to believe there's something better. So I'm talking, I'm talking and you are laughing. Do you think? So like I said, we don't like ourselves. This is 2024. It's never going to change. Do you understand? So let's be very clear. No, that's Koolu dear speaking in tongue. Sometimes he kind of love to add some accent to make it look like, sound like he knows what he's talking about. We're talking about inspiration. Inspiration coming from somebody that says, listen, we are going to do this, and this is how we're going to go about it. And I can assure you that this is what we are doing already. And go and verify that. Then we can begin to now question, oh, that is not enough. Oh, that is too much. Oh, that is, you know what I mean? That is how you trace. That's how you trace progress. That's how you kind of track if something is going to succeed or not. It is not by just saying them and wishing that they happen. Then they are going to build enough time looking for those to abuse or attack or gaslight to cover up their own inadequacies and all that, yeah? Anyway, away from their budget of hopelessness. Here you get. Let's go to the part where everybody is beginning to understand what is coming. It's like preparing for the coming of the storm, where Noah says, everybody get ready, enter this ship before you kind of perish. And everybody is trying to build their own little ark and at least be counted that they are doing something. As others are making prophecies to say, this is what God told them. Una go suffer, shege bansa go face una. Then later, you go can't get used to it. But you go can't feel like say it's getting better because you are going to have to get used to it. Nothing that goes up in Nigeria ever comes down because you cannot be doing the same thing again and again and expect a different result. That will be the symptoms of lunacy. And with what we know your criminal leaders are doing, even worse, we can easily predict what it's going to be like. But Enito maku, that is those that will die, and those that will remain. For those of you that will remain, it's not going to get better. You are just going to find your way around it, get used to it, and sometimes learn how to keep your head above the water. That's what people have been kind of living like. Ask everyone. It's been like they want to strangulate life out of them. Normally, when a new government comes in, you seem to kind of see some level of relief that pretends to be like, oh, everything is going to be all right. Then their policies will begin to take shape and everybody will kind of go back into the fire. But in the case of APC, Bukwari to Tinubu, man, the difference was so sharp that people went from ground 0 to ground 100. Like, would that be to die? A lot died, by the way. Just saying subsidy is gone. A lot are dying right now. Even those who were standing on the mandate, some of them don't cripple now. That's why I'm saying that. That's why I said that when you see any bad study, be bad idiots. We are talking here. We're talking about life and death. They are laughing. Kilo ferioshi. Kilo fer. What it cause useless laugh? We they talk where you they laugh. You are ruining people's life, including the lives of those who are supporting you. Don't you have empathy at all? The other day we saw some people who were like, usually they was on your mandate, we shall stand. On his mandate, they shall stand. Now, mandate don't they look like a mandate now? That's how they pronounce it out there. Mandate is the mandate. Some don't cripple. Others don't kind of buying straight. They say, well, if you can no longer afford if you can no longer afford the medication and all of that, look up to this star. Tinubu will give you hope. Hope is coming. Just wait there and die. Mandate to man death. And now, mandate is a man death. When you see them now, they don't even sink. It's on your mandate we shall stand. For the few ones we still get food inside their stomach. Now homing that they're home now. Been a homing that they're home. On your mandate. On your man. I don't want to use the remaining gas. I mean, the remaining energy where they inside me. I know if it's sink. I can see it. Look at them around. A being power. If you say on your mandate, there is a being power. A B. And I remember that day when I said that a belong pa mono monoku. Mono is a snakey. And I don't got the killer like something. It's a long story. You know, I don't want to get into a lot of that, but I have empathy. I have human empathy in me, even though I'm kind of, in this world of today, this humanity that these criminals are trying to turn to different species. They want us to become different species. You know what I mean? Like, we will still be humans, though, or we'll just be like a human zombies. Imagine you and your children, you're like that, when you don't get problem. That's the kind of a life what they want to create. And there are those who are willing to subject themselves to that. So a lot of us feel like, no, we're not going to settle for that. So yeah, there are churches who are not just professing right now about what is going to come across, what people are going to face in 2024. They know it. And they know that our prayer is good though. So you get. I remember when we used to sing then, good old days. Life not too hard like this, so maybe we don't know. Maybe we got used to life the way it was then. I just believe that prayer is the key. Prayer is the key. Prayer is the master key. Jesus started with prayer and ended with prayer. Prayer is the master we're so confident then that God loved the poor so well that if we pray, if we knock, it shall open, until this criminal turned us into blasphemy, making us feel like God will be a magician. The moment we just say this, he will just do it. We didn't know that our problems are man-made, not God-made. You know what I mean? So to those of you who have who believe that man shall not live by prophecy alone, before now, when people say they afford food, they go say man shall not live by bread alone. But these days, if man see bread, they will tell you, say, Baba, you are a rich man. Oh. If you have to survive living by bread alone right now, you should. Because as it is right now, man shall not live by faith alone. No, because even faith, I mean, that was a way back when they say, this one is in Yoruba. They say, born again. That is, if poverty gets to some certain level in somebody's life, it can make a born again Christian to go and do money ritual. Money ritual self is fake. So me, I changed the song in my head. I was like, born again. Poverty kills before you finally buy. The criminals in Nigeria, they are breeding a system that will continue to breed poverty, where people are going to get used to it. Do you understand that? So faith, even if your faith says endure, Baba, at some point you will question that faith. That's what Nigeria have done has kind of done to people. So if you hear me talk about let your pastor stay away and stop giving people false hope through this nonsense prophecy, this prophecy, that, let the people understand who they are dealing with. Okay, don't bring God, don't bring this, don't bring that to it. Let people understand. When people understand these criminals, there's a chance that they will be able to stand up to them and face them without you having to divide their mind. You see, that's why I said that all the time. Tell your pastors and your Baba Gios and Mama Gios and the rest of them to stay away from this political conversation that they cannot be honest with. If they cannot be honest, they should stay away. They should not bring God and begin to use God to manipulate the mind of the gullibles. When we are talking about Nigeria going down the drain, somebody is there arguing with you. Are you saying that God is not powerful to save? Are you saying that God? Are you now saying that God? I say, lunatics. We are discussing something here, something very important, where everybody needs to be very kind of, you have to be people who have a critical mind, who can do critical thinking. But you want to argue about God as a typical Nigerian, and who caused all of this? All of these fake pastor opinions. What I'm saying is that, what I'm trying to say, do you believe that God in every kilo came at Efesu? I am from Ijebu, in a place as part of the place where a lot of people like myself were trapped, and then were pronounced as a citizen of a place where we have no real say to say, okay, yeah, we wanted to be part of it. Usoro Efesu for me, Usoro kilo Tinkpe, àwọn ará Galilee, kilo kemi àti Galilee. I don't have any problem with Galilee. I do have problem with Kaaba. I do have problem with every of your faith. But when I'm talking about the criminals who are holding the faith, who are holding the destiny of millions of people, including that of mine and my own offspring, then face one. When they use God, distract me. When they argue with me about God, what we are saying is that, man should know that in the East, we go fight. This is 2024. We no go agree. We've never agreed anyway. I'm just saying, so that when you see me talking and I'm trying to say, tell them to stay away. If they say anything anyhow, they go hear anything anyhow. If they cannot say the truth, they shouldn't see anything at all. And somehow, it be like, say, it is working. A lot of them don't say nonsense too much these days. Even Baba Kumuyi, the deeper life man, is now telling all his parishioners, his pastors, everybody, 2024, my heart is DL. So we need to improve on how we kind of taking the poor people to support in 2024 because Ilu ima tough. And I like that. Even if he's not telling them that God has told him or what he saw, but he decided to kind of go in a way that prepare, get ready. That's what he said.
By the way, coordinators, group pastors, overseers, region overseers, and state overseers, and national overseers. I want to give the gifts to the poor, to the needy, and to the orphans. I really want to do that. So, in every region and in every state, get together with your betting committee here, and Lagos. Somebody shout Lagos. Let our moderator, where's our moderator? Moderator, raise up your hand. Where are you? Huh? Praise the Lord. Meet with the vetting committee. And this is me, this is not you. I want real supply to the poor, to the needy, to the orphans. And so, pastors, group coordinators, find out the people in your group, those who are really indigent, and submit their name to the rep. And the rep will submit their names to the headquarters. God will provide. He will provide.
Jay, help us, help us. There is God. There is God, God. God should descend, today God will descend here. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. This thing will end today. My sisters, if your child lost, will you stay and keep quiet? Will you people stay and keep quiet? The president now is calling you, come, I want to help you. You don't want to appear. Will you agree? No. Now the first lady is calling you, come, I want to help you. Come to find your child, your missing child. Will you keep quiet? No. Child, there is God, oh. There is God, oh. The bloods we are sharing, there is God, oh. There is God, oh. There is God, oh. There is God, oh. There is God, oh.
It's emotional, isn't it? 2024 is going to be an emotional roller coaster year. And if we can see more of, business, churches, mosques, and the rest of them who would come to the aid of the suffering and smiling Nigerians, the ones that are already on the queue, and those that are going to join them, not by choice, I don't know. So yeah, I like that than prophecies of trying to make people believe that they will not, or let's say they are going to be immune from all of this that is coming upon Nigeria. Nobody is going to be immune from it, not even me, Mayegun, that you are watching. Now, all of us go collect directly and indirectly, even though, we go feel them more than one another, but all of us will still collect. as it is. So, with a wiki and is to G SIM card Fubara, right? It seems that in 2024, SIM seems to be celebrating, but it is complicated. I don't want to go into details tonight. I just want to mention it. You see that 4 House of Assembly members loyal to SIM Fubara, and one of them is the speaker. That one has resigned last year. Because yesterday is last year, you know. So yeah, so he resigned. So which means, and he also sort of resigned from the House of Assembly as well. Like, I don't want to be a lawmaker anymore. I'm leaving. So I believe, right? So as it is, with the wiki is back in charge, but Fubara believes the effort to remove him has failed, and his authority remains unchallenged. I don't know what that means, right? But this was him talking to his own friends. Like, well, 2023 or 2024, I have my red pen back.
I want to urge every one of us here, don't be frightened. What they want is this red biro. He's still with me. They have failed. You are the winner. We are the winner. Because we are still signing the red Bible. And so long as we are signing the red Bible, development will continue in Rivers State. 2024, we witness a height, unprecedented height in our state. The only thing we are asking from every one of you is your support, is your prayers. Also believe in every decision that we take. We are not going to throw any of you under the bus. I wasn't the governor when I used to stand for you. So now that I'm the governor, I will stand for you.
I still have my red pen, red biro. Oh, do you? Yeah, they didn't take it. See, I am still here. And as long as I have my red biro, 2024. Me and Shas know say, for those who survived Bokuwari, without believing in Bokuwari for 1 minute, and Bokuwari ended up destroying Nigeria. And a lot of you who never believed in Bokuwari and APC for a minute, you survived them. And today, you have been vindicated. There are so many of you, so many of us who did that, who survived that. And right now, we believe those who brought in this calamity and continue to defend it, and all of that, make nobody want to change the narrative in the next few months, like you're already doing in the past 7 months. Make nobody can't deny their role in bringing this destruction. APC, Egbekegbe, and begin to look for sympathy. Omo, no give anybody sympathy or shikon. Are you with me? I don't have any sympathy or shikon. Or another thing, you see all of you, the Olori Buruku, APC, Egbekegbe, the Abobakus, the Alimajiris, the crumb eaters, Rump chasasi, aslikasi, oraisasi, the bat study, the batty dioti, and the rest of all the side barbarians and the rest of your clan. May nobody die, you. None of you die. You say you won't try. Say, okay, oh, the situation dog call happen. Like, you know, if you continue again, you won't come once, say you won't die. No go try, say you won't die. You. All of you we brought this calamity. Una go share in the goodies. Somebody said Zakoji, pray for Zakoji. Of course, you pray for him. Oh. I said it the other day. Me, I don't, even Bible said, we don't want the death of a sinner. That is except if sinner is repentance or secret repentance. Makes Zakoji no go die one useless death to Shikon. I don't want to write any RIP for any of all of you Agbadorians. You go day here. You will enjoy the renewed shege. You understand now? Everybody will stay here and enjoy it. All of you will be say, somehow, you go to think say make death just take you, because you know if you take him again, death will not take you. Are you with me? If you sick, you go heal. Even if you sick to the point that hunger won't kill you, you will recover miraculously. You will stay here and enjoy the shege. So this year, Abuja people, MC Olueron has handed over to his own successor in Lagos, and he's moving to Abuja. Remember what happened the last time when MC Olueron and his gang, they moved their gangs into Abuja. They chased Barua, the NURTW chairman, chased him away. And Barua called the police IG that MC Olueron led some thugs to the national headquarters of NURTW in Abuja, that the police should come out and protect him because MC Olueron says he's untouchable and it is order from above. I know say a lot of you, know today, you know they say before you forget things. You remember, have you can run in let me remind you. This was just about 3 months ago. Barua was chased away. Barua called police IG as the chairman of NURTW to go and arrest MC Olueron. That same evening, Barua derived statements inside guard room in Abuja. Barua they attack. Barua police arrest. Barua had to write a statement that he will never cause trouble again. He will never cause any person where they attack. Now in the right statement that he will never do it again. Ladies and gentlemen, as at yesterday, about 2 days ago, MC Olueron has handed over power of Lagos and NURTW to somebody. And he has made an announcement that order from above. In 2024, he will become the NURTW chairman in Abuja. Somebody said election. Tinubu did election. But Tinubu still did campaign, they rig it. That will be the last time you are going to have elections, something you call election in Nigeria. Do you not know that? Oh, you are keeping your PVC. Democracy. Who be this guy? When did you see? Where are you living? Why are you asking all these questions? Democracy. The last time you are going to see people group together, say they want to go and vote in an election. That is the February 25th, 2023. You're not supposed to go take pictures. Go and archive all the pictures that you have for 2023. That will be the last time you will see election. Like something that look like elections. MCT announced, Barua said no go ask for election. You dey ask for election. Election call.
I'm the state chairman National Union Voters for Liberation. I'm incoming president National Union through 36 states inshallah. Say go be next state chairman. 1 month. Mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gómìnà wa, CP, Commissioner for Transport, SA for Transport pé wọ́n ṣe ìbọn lọ́wọ́ dúró tí wọ́n lọ́wọ́ wà pẹ̀lú wọn because a fẹ́ peace ní Lagos State. Orúkọ mi ni Alhaji Musa.
That's it. Do you get it? Oh no. That's why when I say, do you get it? You say yes. Because if you don't get it, forget about it.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
Forget about it. So Abuja people, you may begin to hear regular na demo, and you are welcome to the Tinubu's criminal structure. The one that the obedience said they would destructure. Said no structure 21, no structure 59, no structure 99, no structure 150, no structure. In other places, they'll be like LUP 75, LUP 76, OB 77, OP 78, 77, 70. Structure, yeah, the criminal structure. So if they tell you to go and get your PVC, PVC, that the structure, now they see so. In 2024, you will see the structure. And I don't know how prepared you are, but you will kind of understand that a country without a rule of law is not a country, it's a jungle. In fact, it might even be worse than a jungle, like Nigeria is, because you cannot even use the logic of a jungle to kind of, try to read the place. You can't. It doesn't work that way. But sometimes they say, well, it's a jungle. Some said it's a banana republic. I said, banana republic is a place where people are united. Where bananas. Where bananas are united. That's why it is called banana republic. So if everyone goes banana or everyone goes bunker or like this, everybody goes banana, they are still pretty much in banana republic because they are all bananas. Nigeria is not a banana republic. It's not a jungle. I have no description other than a contraption. Contraption. It's like when lunatics takes over the asylum. You get there, you see the mad people, they in charge. The entire asylum is being run like, okay, well, that explains it. It is Nigeria, I want to take calls tonight, but the moment I cross my 2 hours, it just makes like, we won't have much calls in and all that. But it's the new year. A lot of people probably will just want to say Happy New Year and all that to me, right? So I'm going to wrap it up with the clip of Shore and other young people showcasing the wasting resources, you will say. Like you will see all of these things and you'll be like, how come the people are poor? They shouldn't be poor. But it is Nigeria. I'm going to take calls, I promise. Even if it's just for 45 minutes tonight, okay? So Shore, back home, something we all love to do. I want to do this. If to say Nigeria is safe. But Shore will be like, no, it's safe. Come here and all that. But you know what I mean. Because we are not all Shore. I love this.
Okay. How do I do now? Yes, no time to wait. Leave it, please. No, I do. I know the hair was. I'm just to wear nowhere and I know where.
Okay. And even if at the end of the day you can't record and post and you say why not live jacket? They go have about question down. Why not live jacket?
Charge through. Yep, charge.
All right, these guys were trying to go to some Illegitimate villages that way. I hear it. This is Alakwe River. This is a function of government abandonment of waterways. Just can't go, and we're going to try to go by land. That's what we're trying to do now. This way. See what people are going through here now. They face for Niger Delta. The people that are producing all the oil that is funding the lifestyles of those backpack guys. That's why, yeah, this is their condition. You can't drink their water. You can't ride on it. You can't fish in it.
And it's just there. And the people have been limited to what is the infrastructural availability that, they are limited to what they are exposed to. And in 2023, Nigeria, a supposed oil producing region in that part where people live like that, while the criminals in charge of the place continue to, you know the story. So this is 2024. We no go grieve for anybody. We are not going soft. Okay. So if in 2020, sorry, this is 2024 rather, yeah. So if in 2023, I said things that you didn't like, or I did things that got you, or probably got me on the wrong side of you. In fact, if I have said things or I have posted things about Nigeria that you have found offensive, and somehow you didn't like it, you are unhappy. Oh, I am so sorry, because at least the fact that you can easily tell me, Amayegun, I kind of love your program. I love how you do it, but I don't like the way I didn't like the way you were like, oh, I'm very, very sorry, okay? So what happened is that in 2024, I promise you to make it worse for you. Do you understand? Like if somehow I have said things that got you angry in 2023, I don't think I did it enough. So in 2024, I promise you to make your life more miserable with those truths. If I say anything, because me, I just say things that comes to my mind, how I feel and all of that stuff. I usually don't have intention of making you feel bad, because I am talking about the bad people who are really, really destroying lives. Here you get people who are doing bad things. So normally I don't expect anybody watching me that is not benefiting from that destruction. I don't expect that person to be kind of, Mayegun, you see, you know something, I love your program. I mean, it would have been so better if you can at least kind of tone it down. You know, you don't talk, I mean, if you can show some, I know. But people have told me that before, especially those who love their pastors, those ones who wants to preach to me about God, because according to them, they believe that I must be a very bad person, that I don't have any religion. This Mayegun, I mean, the way he talks, there's a spirit that speaks through him. There's that speak, you know, God does. So when they now hear me say I don't have any religion, they feel bad. They feel bad. They're not just that, right? They also feel like that is why I don't have respect for their pastors. There are people like that on this platform. They like me. They kind of say they like me. But every time I talk about religion or I talk about their pastor, they always come with long epistle. Mayegun, let me tell you something, Mayegun. Baba, if I have done that, if you have felt like that in 2023, the way you think I spoke about your pastors, you didn't like it. Some of you who are defending Allah, those of you who are the closet jihadists, closet terrorists, those of you that will say, oh, Islam is peace, which I kind of, I agree, but not everybody does, okay? So, then, but when we talk about the terrorists, the Islamic terrorists doing their thing, hurting people, then you kind of ignore what we are talking about and why we are talking. And you want to defend Allah. You want to defend Islam. You want to explain to me what I don't know about Islam. You want to explain to me what I don't know about Jesus Christ. You know, there are some of you like that. You're watching me right now. Abi? You always feel like there's something this boy doesn't know about God. I need to kind of tell him. Listen to me. In 2024, I promise to make your life more miserable. As all your pastors, all your afars and your imams, and the rest of them, as they are dabbling into the activities of the criminals, who have put all of us in this sorry situation, I promise you, in the name of God and Allah, in the name of Jesus, that even if you feel bad in 2023, I will make you feel better and even worse in 2024. I promise you. Because my messages are always very clear. And listen to me. People have told me that I have no respect. Some have said I am too arrogant. Some said he thinks he knows everything. So many other things that people have said to me. Okay? But guess what? I mean, guess those who are saying all those. These were people who felt like what I said about criminals in Nigeria, I was too harsh. Come on. Can't you have another person's opinion? Another person's opinion to them is when they tell me to give APC, Egbekegbe, and the criminals in Nigeria, I should give them a chance. Give them time. And when I say, is that your opinion? Yes, that's my opinion. My opinion is that we should not be criticizing everything. At least we should always kind of try to praise them too. Praise them for what? I don't know. I mean, there must be something good they are doing. Tell me, how many? Do you know? Do you know any good thing they have done? I mean, they cannot be that bad now. I just believe that they are not bad. So let us all be, that is their different opinion. So when you now said about you are not giving me anything, I don't have to. I mean, you cannot say 100%, 100% they are bad. I said, but okay, tell us the good things they are doing. I don't know. I don't like APC. I don't even like Tinubu. I don't even like Kenekon. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that there must be something good. What do you mean that there's nothing good at all? I say, but you tell us now. What do you mean I should tell you? Go and find out now. Go and Google it. I don't Google them. I don't see any good thing. So I have had people like that. When they tell you that they are I'm trying to share my own opinion. I'm trying to give my own opinion too. I mean, you are not the only person who know everything. I'm trying to say my own opinion too. Their opinion is to shut you up. I have encountered a lot of them. They've called me so many names. So there's nothing you can call me. That people haven't called me. But most of the people who call me names, call me this or that, they are those who feel offended because of what I say about the criminals in Nigeria. That's all. You think you know everything. You think you know everything, Abi? To know. I say, but did I lie? Say what I said, did I lie? I'm not saying you are lying. I'm just saying that person should not be doing to know. We should not be doing to know as a Lori Buruku. So call me whatever you want to call me. You don't owe me anything. I keep reminding people that, okay? So on Mayegun's Diary Politico, you will hear it exactly as it is. And you will respect me for being very consistent and honest. And people who are here kind of respect me. A lot of my brethren respect me. That is why being the first broadcaster tonight for the year 2024, like I said, if you are one of those that my sermon didn't upset in 2023, do not rush. This is 2024. It will get to you too. It will get to everyone. And I promise you that. So thank you, brethren. Let me take maybe a few calls, like maybe 2-3 calls, okay? Just to welcome ourselves into the year 2024, the year that we agree, we no go agree for anybody trying to change our narratives and change our views. Whatever, when we see A, it will be A. When we see black, it's going to be black. And that is the liberation of the mind that we talk about. Revolution of the mind, some say. I will be back. You can still kind of like the broadcast if you haven't already. When I get back, I'll take calls. We can all make it brief enough so that a lot of people can have their own chance too. So the number is on your screen. Use it. Because of our time, I have a caller which I have kept on that line for like a minute now. How are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, my bad balagba. Oh,
Happy
well,
New Year,
that's
sir.
the first
Compliment.
caller for the year.
How are you?
Compliments of his Martinelli, Baba.
Oh yeah. Befun.
Happy New Year,
Baba,
Baba.
Martinelli. You know, say the this year, can year, wait till be this year motto again. You remember that?
Baba, no start from the beginning of the program.
Yeah, you don't miss.
For
The motto for this year is that under no circumstance, right, should you agree with anybody who might want to tell you that your your anger, your rage is not legitimate. No grief for anybody. That's the motto this year.
Oh, that's very good because I came with the same. I actually came to the temple with the same, demeanor, with the same mindset tonight.
Deliver, Baba.
But I only came for me to get on here. I saw you people organizing prayer session for Zakoji. Now, what's going on? When
Not
did you start
really.
praying for
I'm just saying that people will bring this thing upon people. Maybe they don't even think and say they go just come suddenly die, leave everybody now.
Yeah, but Baba, what if to say na the Ogun when some of us don't already throw give them and they fire them already? Baba, it might be sure
go still tell Ogun to relax. Baba, you don't understand the matter. Okay, now, okay.
I
if
understand.
Who will come face all this shege alone?
Baba, Ogun don't kill some people already. Ogun don't kill, and I believe that's the day among them. Baba, let's not pray for him because if they pray for them to stay for the shege, go be like say with the tell Ogun.
That we they confuse. It's like person confusing the thunder. They say stay in one place.
You see that's Zakoji. Day among them. When we pray, when did you start praying for our enemies? When did you start praying for APC supporters?
Just to live long and see the shege they brought upon people.
Baba, the more they live, Baba, the more they live, the more confused Ogun will be. Let those one will Ogun don't kill already.
Baba, let Ogun do his job.
Ogun don't kill some Baba. You see this shege where they come this 2020, Baba. Ogun don't kill some people already.
Yeah.
Ogun work. Baba, you said now Ogun she share overtime last year now. Ogun work extra last year. So now the result come begin the show. So if you come begin to pray again, say may God leave them, may they enjoy. No. May Ogun keep them. They pray for Zakoji. Zakoji will carry Koolu for head like gala. The hawker up and down the whole of Nigeria. Make they pray for them. You see this 2024 by my Ogun.
Yes.
You see this 2024, a lot of people will unravel. A lot. You see that Ebola, a lot of them. I'm just waiting. Ogun will keep people this year plenty.
So you know what make anybody confused?
I know what they hear.
I see they see them, they take them
out.
If
I hear you say make we pray for anybody, APC, Baba go now you are call Ogun for. We pray for who?
Okay, I no go ask you say make it. I just tell me say make they know the think and say they go easily.
If you want pray for anybody, Baba, you see those people who already give their life to Yoruba nation. Those people who don't give their life to Biafra nation. Those people who don't give their life to Kwarafa nation. Now those people we supposed to pray for. Not be people who don't give their life to APC. Steady. Pray for
what's on the mind because it comes to your mind.
Because one thing you need to understand is
no even think twice. Shake with one.
Because one thing, some people are still going to jump on the APC bandwagon this year. You know that.
I know.
Some people are still going.
I know. A lot of people are going to change as well. Oh, share you get. Even some people we still all of us still they talk now. By the time the thing enter June, and as they talk, they say Shakpa no be anybody's mate. Oh,
it no be
even
anybody's
Shakpa
mate.
Abroad. We say some people say,
it not be anybody mate. So why should I be praying for somebody to come out to get better so that I can enjoy? There's nothing to enjoy. Let him go and rest. You understand? May Ogun killer, may go rest for your Alujono. May he did make
it just be like -1.
You're like God. Now you are talking, my -1, bro. Come on, -1. Because the people where Ogun go kill for this 2024 is
so may Ogun just be like this poster where they your screen. You know, saying a vampire be 2024.
God bless you.
May he just okay.
Make it just they shop everybody they go. Make it they shop then they go. Make it they shop then they go. We're not this year a year of no mercy.
Yeah,
we are not going to be on our side.
No peace for the wicked.
Because bro, I'm not going to wish you wicked, but if you've chosen to be with APC, be motion for APC.
No mercy, no nothing. I think I like that.
No mercy, no mercy. That's so.
Martinelli.
God bless you, Baba. Happy New Year to all my brothers in the temple. God bless you, Baba.
Nice one, Martinelli. Hey, I thought I go on there. Hello.
Hi, brother Mayegun. Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year. Is that Celia?
Yes, sir. This is Sheila. Yes.
Oh, Celia, rather. Yeah, no, Priscilla. Yeah, Celia. Come on, I said Celia. Okay, I think I kind of stretched
Yeah.
it. All right, how are you
Yeah.
today? And yeah, Happy New Year to you.
Thank you, sir. I am doing fine, and I also wish Happy New Year to all the members and family of TOT and their dear family too.
Bless you. Thank you very much, milady. Please.
Yes, sir. So, part of my motto for this year is Operation No Mercy for the Wicked. I mean, the politicians and whoever they are, Operation No Mercy. We're not giving them no mercy because as I drive, you know, I was driving and passing one, how will I say, one small town like that. And then they have cows, they're rearing cows. What am I saying? Do you know that their cows are having fun? Like farm, they put farm almost on each of the cows. The cows are outside in their whatever their part, what they call it, and they have. I think if these people can even provide
inside their own
farm
ranch,
for a cow outside,
and you are driving past those ranches and you are looking at those cows, and your mind goes straight to Nigeria and be like, oh, man.
Oh my God,
Tell
that
us.
is the height of it. That is the height of it. If people would take their dog to take injection, what they call it, immunization or what, $500 for a dog, aja. I say, Ian, what is wrong? So Operation No Mercy, I'm not going back on my word. I maintain my time. Give them no British face. See, I'm waiting to meet one of them in LA. I'm waiting for them. Until then, Lord, keep doing what we're doing, and
you know
thank
what
you.
the Yoruba says, whether there is fight or there is no fight, you're always there guiding, getting yourselves ready. Like the man no war, always be ready. That's
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir.
I like that too.
No,
That's the spirit.
I am here ready.
That's it. Thank you very much. And
Yes,
take it
sir.
easy yourself, okay? You have a
Yes,
very
sir.
wonderful one there, my lady. That's Cecilia there. I think I've got Ahmed. Who is this? No, Ahmed.
Yes, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Idris, yeah?
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening, sir.
Idris, New Year, brother.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, sir. Happy New Year to you and your family, sir.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, sir. The last time I spoke to you, I was trying to call back, but I couldn't get through. So I want to say thank you to everybody that put up assistance for me last year, and I really appreciate it very much. And we don't continue to provide for everyone. So, firstly, please, I want to ask, here in Nigeria, I think 3 or 4 months ago, the time was the same. So, please, like, when will the time be accurate to that of Nigeria? Or probably because I think it's 1 hour difference.
Yeah, we are correct.
The time difference.
Yeah, it's going to change in March. I think it's going to be the 25th of March. That is when our time will go back to the same time. But of course, I'll let people.
Okay.
We still have like 3 months away.
Okay. So let me quickly just go back to what I want to say. Firstly, I want to appreciate you because last year the enlightenment was so broadened because I don't know, probably I will also be one of the fanatics, be it the politics side or the religious side. But thank you for the enlightenment. You don't really know this message really is going deep into my mind. Even the last night broadcast, I was actually almost shedding tears because I actually go down to the memory lane of the retrospection. Everything, all what you said, seriously, it really affected me, and I can say that no, apart from myself, millions of every other people that watch your program also attest to that. So thank you very much for that. And I want to speak to this religion of a thing. I don't know. When I was small, I'm a Muslim, and they do bring this Christmas food and to our house, and we eat it. They normally call us in Yoruba, and we Muslim from Yoruba that we don't know religion. Okay, no wahala. Should be you are the secretary of God that can choose where someone will go in the heaven, Abi. Okay, so definitely, I'm not seeing viral messages, video from cleric that don't eat food from these people, and yet you are saying that our religion is a religion of peace. See, from my own perspective, my religion that I'm practicing is a religion of peace, and we should be able to communicate it down to everybody. We should be our brother's keepers. Why should you not be segregating that? Okay, don't say our tebiting that the rice is 65,000 naira, and someone just knock into my door. Okay, rice you eat you, and I will not say no. My religion does not accept it.
Your religion doesn't.
I will eat it very well. I have been eating it, and I will continue to eat it.
Exactly. You see,
I will eat. I will continue to eat it.
Yeah, you see, the problem here is this. There are those who subscribe to the fanaticism of religion, but they can't carry it out themselves. So when they look at all these fanatics up north pushing all this nonsense idea, they wish they were them, and sometimes they actually want to be like them. You know what I mean? But where they are is a place where such is in no way kind of encouraged. So what we want people to know is that your religion is your religion. And if your religion compels you to kill anybody, then there is a problem. That's not a religion. That's a cult.
It is even being said in the Quran, let your religion be your religion, let mine be my religion. But it shouldn't cause for any problem of war. Okay, now you are saying that do not celebrate New Year, do not celebrate New Year. But in Nigeria, we are using Gregorian calendar. Now, January in the next 5 days now, January 5th is my birthday. So you don't want me to celebrate my birthday? Okay, so sorry about that. I want to wish you happy birthday in advance, Samayego as well, because we also play January as well.
Thank you, Idris. Thank you for that. Okay.
Yes.
Just take it.
So another one I want to speak about is our pastors and our imam that are saying that we should be using prayer. We should be using as a shield of protection. Whereas they are using police, they are using bodyguards as even they are using this vehicle, armor vehicle as their carrier of protection. But yes, you subject us to be using God choosing verse for this thing.
So
Is it not barbaric? Is it not barbaric?
Namumu.
Is it not barbaric?
They believe them when they tell you that pray for protection. Everybody kind of, if people are smarter now, I believe. People still believe that the prayer of the pastor will protect them from. Do people still believe that?
Okay, let them keep. I don't know, but let them continue like that. So another thing about this, do you know that this last year December, the civil servants in Nigeria, the federal government workers, did not receive their December salary. They were all grumbling. Yeah. They were grumbling. I know. They were grumbling. So
but some people say they were paid.
First time they were not.
Some people were not paid the bonus. They promised them 35,000 extra.
Okay. The Shegimeti is affecting all of us, and no problem. Both those of us that will support and those of us that will not support, it's affecting all of us. Thank you, Samayego, and go have a blessed night as well.
You have a good one, okay? Thanks a lot. Idris is gone there, my caller, just for a moment. Idris is talking like somebody who wants to deliver 5,000 words in 120 seconds. He has so much to say, and he wanted to say them all at once. So, however, he just mentioned something that personally I was going to talk about. Okay. It is my birthday. So, in 30 days' time, I am going to turn 40. That's going to be the 30th of January. And personally, I told myself, I said, if by December, which will be the December 2023, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not released, and then Oloye Sunday Igboho is still in Benin Republic. This is something personal, right? People have been asking me for months, what is your plan for your 40th birthday? But I kind of have that personal resolution, like, I would do that. I'll kind of have a birthday that I would like, you know, if part of the news is going to be like prior to my birthday, these men are actually out there. But seriously, the moment I realized that they were not going to make that happen, I lost interest in talking about my birthday and all that. And that's actually what I'm going to do. So I'm going to be grateful when I turn 40, okay? And I'm just going to just celebrate it like every normal day. I'll be grateful that I live long enough to get to 40, and then look forward to probably the next 40. Usually I build my life in segments, like, you know, I kind of live my life like every day is my last, even though I believe still that I kind of have a chance of living long as I want. But nevertheless, I kind of live my life like every day is the last. So it's so personal that a lot of people who have been messaging me, what's the plan? What do you want to do? What would you like to do? Do you want us to kind of put this together? I have just been telling them that, you know what, I'll let you know. So tonight, I'm kind of letting everybody know, okay, that we will all look forward to my 40th, and everybody will pray for me. I will spend our time possibly together, maybe briefly. Then I will go away and spend some time with my family. Thank God for my life. Thank God for everything I have kind of managed to get my hands on, okay? And then be hopeful for what the next year brings. So I won't be celebrating my 40th birthday. That's what the long story is all about. You get that? And I don't mean to kind of get you to be no, you don't need to feel anything at all. It was just something so personal that I believe that I've kept it on, hoping that the news will come, because I was personally interested, especially in releasing that innocent man, Nnamdi Kanu. Or if they won't, I mean, come on. I can always celebrate another one that I can actually feel. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'll take this. I am so sorry I kept you waiting that long, okay? Well, I wouldn't be able to say it, and there was no better time to kind of share that, okay? I've always wanted to say that there will be no birthday per se. We'll just keep it as it is, all right? But yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. My goodness, is Adiola speaking.
Adiola,
Happy New Year.
The name. Happy New Year, bro. How are you?
Happy New Year to you, and happy birthday in advance as well, too. So yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Thanks.
perfect. Yeah, I just got to say, very quick happy New Year to everybody on my good diary. Yeah, so yeah, it's a new year, so new year and new things to happen. So I think for Nigeria, it's just it's just continue from where we stopped.
Just like
I think
another day.
another day. I think what was shocking to me was just the commentary from Arise News, which was really, really, it was interesting that they came out to actually weigh the speech by Tinubu. I think they did something that was in my own view quite audacious.
At least
for them to actually
were able to analyze the speech in a way that even people who probably listened and they couldn't make anything out of it were able to get an idea what the nonsense he gave our speech.
Yeah,
I kind of respect that. That's why I shared it too.
Yeah, and and that was for me a huge statement from that network for them to come out and make that bold those bold statements one by one, dissecting everything he had to say, and it's all empty words. It's all empty words. You're just just like you always say, it's just word salad. They just help you to package it. They package the words and not credible. There isn't any credible or tangible thing they want to do with a clear outcome. Okay, we want to do this. Okay, this is what we've done so far. You can't even lay hold to anything they've done for the past 7 months and counting.
We will.
And no, see, you can't be globetrotting looking for foreign direct investment, and you are looking for Siemens to actually bring in capital to help you repair your own, power, exactly. There is no power security, no energy security. And it pains me that we can actually sit down and do a comparative analysis of how many engineering schools are in Nigeria and how many engineering schools are in Germany. I'm sure we're not too far. I'm sure we'll have more school of engineering than them. You have people that can do the job, but you're always looking outwards. You never look inwards to fix your problem. You're looking for a savior elsewhere. And you have everyday engineers that solve problems, leaving the shores of Nigeria to greener pastures, to go and look for how to live their life. And you are going out to look for foreign direct investments. Whereas human capital and the resources to secure energy is in your country, but you are going out. And it is really, really surprising that every leader that was born in that era, pre-independence, I don't think they are that useful. I'm sorry. It's only if you're enlightened as anyone that was born before independence, but you think away from that colonial mentality, whereby you're always going out. You're always going out to seek for investment. You are never one day investing in your people.
No.
Never want to invest in
the
people.
little resources that you have, which is not really little per se, if you remove all your greed,
exactly,
you could have shown enough intention that with the little you have, you are investing them in your own people. And then you can tell the world to come and help us to come and invest in these people. We tell you, see, we have all the resources. We just need more investors in this area. But you are not doing it. You are using the resources that you have.
You don't even need foreign investors. You don't need foreign investors because why? Nigeria, for me, is the only contraption in the world that has human resources and natural resources in the same space, in the same time and in the same space. I don't think there's any space in the world whereby you have the same, they have it all. You can go to Congo. Congo has all the resources in the world, but in terms of human capital, they don't have it. You go to America, they have resources, but they don't have everything in one place. They still need to go outwards to seek for something. But that's the only space, the only time and space in the world, arguably, whereby you have the human capital that they're able to do it and the resources in abundance. It is the only place in the world, and you cannot look inwards. See, you don't even need foreign investors. For anyone that sees from a different viewpoint, you don't even need foreign investors. You don't, because what will foreign investors give you? A dollar that is not backed up by any tangible asset, but a promise to pay. Someone is giving you dollar. See, but it's like paro. You have all the oil and gas, you have all the lithium, you have everything that is more valuable than the dollar. Because if you weigh the dollar is a promise to pay, and they can default on the dollar. They can default. Is just a promise to pay. But even the dollar was formally tied to the gold standard back in the 70s before they removed it. So you could actually take a dollar and go to the Federal Reserve and exchange it for a particular weighting of gold. But they ditched the dollar. But now you have all the resources that is worth more than the dollar. Everything you have is worth more than the dollar. The gold you have is worth more than the dollar. The lithium you have is worth more. Global lithium price is worth more than the dollar. And you have the same human capacity and human capital to turn everything around, and you are still going to Siemens. I can't reconcile it. And if you can't reconcile, that means the end has come. It's just a matter of time. The suffering will increase. But let me leave you on that note.
Adeola, we are back in 2024, and the reason why we continue to tell people that except something is done differently, we know where this is headed. This is 2024. We continue to see the same sign, even worse. And some people want us to pretend that it's not going to end badly. At least they want us to feel positive. You are seeing the same thing. But they want us to be positive so that it can end well.
You can predict the end from the beginning.
So easy.
If you spend so much money on recurring expenditure, you buy cars, you pay salaries to people, you do not have any direct impact on the masses.
No.
Then what end are you expecting? You must not bank on magic. you have to bank on the outcome. You can't bank on magic. So if you are not stimulating the economy itself, if you're not turning things around,
you're actually doing it.
No.
Doing
See,
it
you can
and just saying it.
Come on. On your network, you've given us, empirical evidence of where the money has gone to.
Yes.
So has it gone to the real sector to transfer the economy? No, it has gone to all people's purses. So why are you now expecting that money will automatically,
just suddenly bring a boost to the same economy that they didn't put it on?
That money cannot just suddenly transmogrify into economic prosperity. It does not. There's no transmogrification into economic prosperity if it lands in private pockets. It doesn't.
Adiola,
so, Baba,
let me take
enjoy.
it over, right? Thank you very much. Welcome to 2024, Baba. You take it easy.
And you too, sir. Bye.
God bless you. That's Adiola right there. I have another caller on the line. Please, if you are still watching, you should take a moment and like the broadcast, okay? If you haven't done it already. Hello there.
Oh dear. Hello. I've been trying.
I know.
God knows when.
Well, it's gonna be new year, new resolution. So yeah, you are, ma'am.
Okay.
Happy New Year.
All right. Oh, same to you, and happy birthday in advance.
Thank you.
Let me quickly, because of the time.
Please.
I need to talk to. I'm a Muslim, you know that, and I need to talk to the Muslims.
Please.
Right?
Yes,
if anybody is saying something about what this all these stupid and wicked, wicked, cruel people are doing, and the people are now saying, "Oh, you don't have to mention Muslim, you don't have to mention Islam into it." Please, they need to check themselves. When these people are doing what they are doing, what did they mention? Are they not mentioning Allah Akbar? Who always say Allah Akbar? Is it not Muslim? Are we not the one saying Allah Akbar? So when they are doing that and they're saying Allah Akbar, so who are doing it? Are they not Muslims? The fact still remain, these people are Muslims, right? If you really want to talk about this thing, everybody needs to go and say, these people, curse them.
Yes.
We need to curse these people. We need to put effort together to go against these people. You don't take anyone complaining about what they're doing or how they're doing it, or now attach it to Islam. It's not that people are attaching it to Islam. This is Islam. This is what these people are saying. This is what they are doing.
And when they are
it's not about anyone.
When anybody is calling them out, you don't take it personal.
No,
you don't because I'm a Muslim, so you are you calling me this? No.
Wait,
we are talking about what some people have done.
What is happening?
And condemn it without
we all should come together and condemn this act. It's not about you say it's because they are Muslim or Islam.
And you say, but I don't like how everybody is talking it is a Muslim. No, don't take it personal. Join us.
Don't take it personal. This is the fact.
Yes, let's condemn it together.
I want to ask this guy that called that day, Nuru Kazim. Yeah, I want to ask how many imams, how many afals have come to the social media to condemn all these acts?
Well, I don't think
how many of them? Come to social media with everything these people are doing. The damages, the killing they are doing. Yes, we all know. Me as a Muslim believes what they're doing is not the right thing. It's nowhere in the Quran that they should be doing that, right? Yeah, I know that, but they are doing it, and they're doing it under the umbrella
in the name of Islam. Exactly.
Yes.
So instead of anybody taking it personally, you join everybody to condemn them.
To condemn them.
And you don't need
to condemn this act. And all these Sawa Afa, and not even what is his name? Nuru, the guy.
Yeah.
You know the guy that called Nuru
I mean,
or
he's
something.
watching. He's probably watching you right now as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's so. If I'm probably read Quran or anything, why can't you just get a program? I mean, do a program to say yes, this thing is wrong, and they hold their fast, they hold their all our fast to come out and say this thing and to just condemn this act. This thing these people are doing is too much. It's too much. It's like it's wickedness. It's cruel. It's so disheartening.
And instead of us to say it the way it is, a lot of people are going to try to deviate. They are going to try to around that time. That would be, Nuruddin was even saying, but they are killing Muslims too. I was like, listen, we are talking about what is going on now. Why is it now? Yeah, why is it now that you think you have to protest the Muslim too? If you are not trying to stop people from saying it, that is tricky. That is
how many people are okay now? It's me that I know this is not right, but these people that are doing it to the whole world, they believe that is they are Muslims. So they are Muslims.
You know something, man, right? You just said something here that those who knows that what these people are doing is wrong, and they as Muslims, they personally condemn that, but they probably don't do it publicly. That in order for you to get people to understand that indeed you are not in support of this, and you don't want people to align it to Islam, right? Why don't you just put up a program on the same social media to educate the people, condemn this kind of but you know the truth, man. You know the truth. You know the truth, right? If anybody tries it, even if you try it, right, they will begin to threaten. The same people,
they will
who believe that those people are terrorists, they don't represent Islam. You as a Muslim, when you begin to explain it and they have your face, the same Muslim will begin to threaten you. And that's the real life. You know that.
Imagine.
And that's why a lot of people don't talk about it. A lot of people don't want to. Because they cannot be dealing
but
with
all these are fans. All these are fans. I mean, what do they call them? All these chief imams and all sort of. Why can't they condemn the thing?
They come out and condemn it, all the big names.
They just ignore. They just pretend as nothing is happening.
But they will
what does that mean? They keep quiet. They're not saying anything.
So what does that mean?
Anyway, that's that about
the enablers too. But I love the fact that you raised this point.
Exactly.
You did raise a very valid
point. That's simple. That simple makes sense. They don't care as well.
No, but they are mostly angry at how people react. You know that.
React.
It's like when people begin to react.
It's not supposed to be like that.
Don't say that. Oh, it's because you hate Islam. You cannot be talking like that because of some people.
What they are doing is causing the good Muslims.
See, they said Islamophobia, right? Somebody shouting Allahu Akbar before they kill 3-month-old baby, 4-month-old baby. And you are saying people are scared of Islam. Who won't be scared of it?
It's happening.
Yeah,
exactly.
God bless you.
Exactly. Please, and I just want to say something about Koolu. Please, people, Nigerians, we need to know that Koolu is an actor. He's just an actor. He's like he's like giving them hope. They are like promising them. It's like when he's in his room, whenever he wants to come out to talk to the public or to say anything, to face camera, he will put on his garment, Nollywood garments. Right? And they will now start acting.
They will do some role play before they turn on the camera.
I'm telling you. So when he's out now, he starts acting and starts saying this be proper professional Nollywood.
And all that accent too.
And
instead of a fiscal year, you'll be hearing things like fiscal year.
Jesus, we start saying, and we start picking some spacing grammars and also just for you people to know that he's smart, he knows what he's saying and all sorts of. That is what he's doing. Koolu is just promising them, put them bury everybody. That man, I want people to know that man is wicked. I'm telling you, that man is evil. Do forgive me, but that is the way I perceive him. Even right before the election, I always say to people that my spirit never agree with that man. What I see in him, because people dying and all sort of the way people are feeling, he doesn't care.
No.
He cares. No, he doesn't even care about anybody. Like, let me leave for now. Thank you so much. God bless you.
I mean,
yeah. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, so happy New Year to you too, Ajia. Please, you have a wonderful one, okay? It's also it's also Monday. You know what people said about Monday? They said, almost 2024 started on a Monday. The content says shege good day, you know, believe. We all know say Monday no be joke, you know that. So if you are not serious about your life, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you are the type who is like a carefree, who doesn't really take things too serious, and you better get serious. January 1st, 2024 started on a Monday. You don't know, say, oh, more. Now, shege be that. So I wish all of us, you know, a prosperous, wonderful year, 2024. Above it all, right? I pray for good health for all of us, because listen to me, without good health, all those dreams, all those aspirations, all those, what have you, they are nothing. And that is where people talk about vanity. Like, this whole life service vanity. Here you get. So I encourage people to live every day like it's your last. Nobody because you won't die. Nobody won't die now. I mean, we don't have any control over who dies or who doesn't. But listen, in this 2024, as hard as Nigeria is being projected to be, all you have to do is to make sure that you know what you want to, the level you want to take yourself to this year, and focus on it. So the idea of what Nigeria is not going to be in 2024, it's going to be tough, this or that. They are just an idea it's already tough. They are just an idea for you to sort of put together your thoughts, put together your focus, know what you want to do, pursue them, and make sure you achieve them, because like, do it like your life depends on it. Nigeria is going to do everything to take everything away from you. So you knowing that is enough for you to be determined. May you not grieve for anybody. When you are determined about what you want to be and achieve, focus on that and pray that you get them achieved. I have got my own dream for 2024. One of them is to ensure that this platform is bigger, more accessible. More people are able to come on and then enlighten us. We all need it. Because, yeah, you need a population that is going to stand up and fight for what is right. They must also have the right information, access to it. Enough of it, abundance of that information. I want to invest in that this year. And I know I'm going to get all the support I need to make that happen as well, right? Apart from that, you know, once you pray for good health and you work towards that, please take your health care serious this year, okay? Now, I am very serious about this, all right? A lot of us don't really think it is necessary to check on our own health and be very sure. We are young, I'm energetic, I've never been sick. Do not deal like that this year. I don't want to lose any of you. Those things that are completely avoidable, preventable. So take your health care serious this year, all right? If you are drinking, I don't care about your age. I would advise, if there's any time, to cut it down. For health's sake, please, this is the year. If you smoke, right, if you can't cut it out completely, this is also the year to cut it down as much as you can. I mean, something that makes you healthier, happier, and be more ready to be more productive and prosperous. I want to see a lot of you do great things this year. A lot of us will do great things this year. As Koolu system, Koolunomics, that is Tinubunomics, is there to take everything away from us. But with the right information, the right decisions and all that, we can all have a wonderful 2024. I'll leave it at that. Okay. And thank you, Kalu Okpara, my very great, brother, brethren on the temple. Everybody who has been very supportive of Mayegun. Like I said, you are so many and too numerous to mention. So you know yourselves, okay? So look around you. Please, sometimes a lot of you have built relationship with yourselves, especially on YouTube. Look at me very well. When you begin to see some people who are always like part of your community, our community on Facebook, because a lot of you have different kind of community on that Facebook. I have to respect that. There are people that you probably know. When you begin to notice that you don't see them anymore, we don't know what is wrong with everyone, and we may never know. Okay? Please reach out. Sometimes just put it in that comment. Somebody you miss. Somebody who is very, very kind of like, you know, communicative, interactive, even if it's for the banters. I want all of you to pay attention. When you begin to not see them regularly, I want you to possibly, you know yourselves, ask about them. There are those of us who are probably in the hospital. There are some of us who are probably dealing with some terminal illnesses. They are watching the video. They can no longer comment like all of us, like we normally do, but they are still there watching in that state of their health. We pray you all get well. All of you are regular Mayegun's Diary political viewers that for some reason you can no longer participate in those communications. You are still alive. We pray for you that you will come back. So you know yourself, say hi to them when you don't see them. Okay. And to all our brethren, that we will never know what happened to them because they are dead. You just realize that they are no longer there. Their social media no longer post anything. They no longer argue with you in the comments. We probably will never know what happened to some of them because they are dead. So we say again that for those of us who make it to 2024, we are happy, we are grateful. And for the time we all have left, whether long or short, we will spend it doing what is right. You should do same. I am going to see you next time, and I want to say thank you to all of you for what you did for me in 2023. I'm saying, bring it on to what 2024 has in stock for us. And all the way, I will be there. I promise. So thank you very much. And you should all have a wonderful weekend. A wonderful evening and a wonderful week. And more, wonderful year. Happy New Year.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Mayebi number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Mayebi number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun Diary Mayebi number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Mayebi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary Mayebi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Mayebi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary Mayebi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Mayebi number one. Mayegun Diary political. Mayegun Diary Mayebi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary Mayebi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun Diary Mayebi number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Mayebi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Wọ́n bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.